Hello everyone and welcome to the Air Goddess Network. I am the Air Goddess and welcome to my channel. I'll be pulling for the week of October 2nd to October 8th, 2022. I'll be using my Tarot of Dreams from Ciro Marchetti right here to get the energy for the week. And then to get the advice, we're going to be using our Energy Oracle deck right here from Sandra and Taylor right there. So let us get on in here. Let us get started. I hope you all had a great weekend with your family and friends and loved ones, and that you're ready to see your next possibilities for this week coming up. I do hope that you all were able to relax and, release any tension and things like that that may have happened last week. So let us get on in here and get the energy to see how we can navigate this week coming up. Got our first card, and we've got the Three of Swords right there. That is Saturn in Libra. Okay, so let us get our secondary card there. And we've got the Eight of Wands right there. Eight of Wands right there, and that would be Mercury and Sagittarius. So let's get on in here. So we've got this Three of Swords, okay, Saturn in Libra. That's communicating, being balanced in what you're thinking or saying, but more about what you're saying, because as you can see, we have the throat chakra. We have the chakras lining up right here on her throat to make sure that what you're saying is true, because sometimes people can just start talking and maybe what they're saying isn't, all that great, or it might not be all that truthful, okay? And since the swords are down, as you can see, it's just saying, be careful of what you're saying. Be careful. Make sure that what you're saying is grounded, because if it's not grounded, then it's just going to fly around, and it could come off as gossiping, right? And nobody wants to be known as the gossip or the person that doesn't, quite give all the information, or, something like that, or doesn't say everything as clearly as it should be, quite ambiguous. And then people are trying to figure out what was really meant by what they said and things like that. And now they have to go back and ask the person 10 times to get clarity and things like that. This could be you. This could be someone around you, or just the energy. This could be a he, she, they. Okay, so this is not specific to any gender, but there is the energy of maybe hurting someone's feelings, you getting heartbroken, or someone getting their heart broken because of something that was said or communicated. So in this particular instance, we want to make sure that what we're saying lines up with what we're doing. Okay, and if it doesn't line up with what we're doing, then maybe we need to think twice about what it is that we're communicating and how we're communicating, what we're saying, how we're saying it, our body, our body language, our facial expressions. All of that can come into play when you are communicating a thought or an action of any kind, but more of a thought. This is more of a thought. So be balanced in that. Be balanced in what you're saying. Be responsible for the information, because at the end of the day, this Saturn, if you're not responsible for it, it's karma. Now you have to bear that karma of being the person that gave bad information, or being that person that's now being looked at as somebody that can't be trusted with what they say. Okay, so again, this could be you, this could be someone around you, or just the energy that you're around today or this week. So just be careful of that. And with this Eight of Wands, this is coming in quickly. Whatever information, somebody could be coming to you with information that may not be very kosher, and it's coming very quickly because Wands energy is probably going to be something that's at work. Okay, this could be going on at work or anything like that, or with the group that you're with, because this is work related energy. Long distance travel. It could be for pleasure, but mostly it's maybe it's something over the phone. Someone calls you and they tell you something over the phone, and now you have to be careful with the information and bringing that back. Make sure you have clarity, because if this is something that's work related or anything like that, this is something that could travel fast because it's a Sagittarius energy, and Sagittarians are known to be travelers. Okay, they go from one place to the next and expand quickly, and they're very jovial. It could be someone coming with a joke and they think it's funny. Be careful, because whatever they may be saying may be at the expense of someone else. This is almost like joking around a little bit too much, being overly optimistic to the point it may hurt. That they're just being disregarding about something. Okay, so this Mercury in Sagittarius could be work related, travel related, anything like that. You could be making plans, and while you're on the phone with your travel agent or the credit card company or the hotel that you're calling to book that reservation, make sure that the information they're giving you is correct. Double check, call them back, make sure that everything is lined up, because I would hate for you to, make the plan to go out of town here, and you think that you're so excited about it that you missed the details, and you maybe disregarded some information, and now when you get to the hotel they tell you something different because you didn't hear them the first time, or you didn't get the email, or you didn't read the email correctly, because you just like, okay, well, that looks good, and then you weren't. Be detail oriented. Get the details. Make sure that the details are correct, whether it's you or someone else bringing you in the information. Make sure you go back behind it just to be sure. Like I said, this could be, work related. This could be, personal. Wands is wands. It's energy, and it's information, and it's coming in fast, maybe from many sources. So if it's from many sources, this could be a multitude of people. It could be the travel agent, it could be the airline, it could be your mom, your sister, your dog, your cat. I'm just being funny, of course. I'm not the dog or cat, but you understand what I'm saying. It could be anybody especially if you're planning for a group. This could be a group situation. Make sure that the information is correct and it's good, because you don't want to get out there and be stuck. You really don't. And then now you're the one that was held responsible for making the plans, and now they're looking at you like you're nuts, like you're the bad guy. So, be careful when you're making plans and getting a lot of information coming from different sources. Make sure, especially if you're the person that's being held in charge of it, you got to be the one to be responsible for that information, be balanced about it, to make sure that you're on the up and up, that it's the right information, it's good information, and that when you get ready to go on that trip or that family vacation, and because we have Labor Day, we already had Labor Day, but some of us maybe still be going on those little last minute vacations or whatever. Make sure that all of that is situated and done. We don't want anybody to fault you for something that they may have told you, and now you're the one holding the bag. Even though they're the one that told you, you're the one holding the bag, and now you've got to fix it. Okay, so here's the bottom of this deck. We have another Sagittarius card. This is Moon in Sagittarius, and this is someone who is, they've got to defend their position here. So you don't want to be having to be in the position where you got to defend your position, because if you don't do what you need to do, do what you need to do, now you're in the position where you're getting tired and you have to defend your position, because and on top of that, now you still have to create it. Now you still have to go do the work, because you have this wand here, and you're in the perfect position where you can see everything that's going on, and so you can continue to work, but it's it may be tiresome. It's going to be tiresome because, you've got a lot of information coming here. You've got people telling you a multitude of things, and now you're still having to defend everything and still create it as you go. So be careful with the information that you get this week. Be careful with what you do this week. And if you have to, delegate somebody to help you with it, so you don't feel like you're the only one doing the work, because Sagittarius energy, they feel as if they have to be the one to do all the work when they really don't have to. They don't really trust anybody to help them. But there are people that you can trust. They may not do it the way you do, but that doesn't mean they can't do it. Okay, nobody's going to do everything the way that you do. Everybody has their own unique skill set that they have to get things done. So delegate somebody else, bring somebody else in, so that if you got 10 people coming to you with information, that they can help field that information and get down to it without having to have you stop and listen and take care. And now you're backed up. And now you have to go here, and now you have to go there. And then you start feeling, I always have to be the one to do everything. Oh my goodness. You don't. Get your team involved if you have to, so you don't feel that way. Okay. Just make sure that whatever's going on, that everybody's responsible for what they're hearing and what they're doing, so that they can weed out the fluff. Weed out the fluff. If it doesn't apply, or has nothing to do with what you're doing, get to the point. Get to the point. Field all this information and get to the point. Get to the point of what needs to be done so you can do it. Okay? So let's get this energy card to see what it has to say. Let's get our advice about, being responsible for a multitude of messages and getting it done. So we've got the Angel of Balance. Okay. Sounds good. Considering we're in a new moon in Libra. Let's see what she has to say about balance. Okay, so the Angel of Balance says, being centered and self-honoring in your choices. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intention into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. Well, I think that does it. Here it is, Saturn in Libra. You can't get any better than this. I mean, it's a new moon in Libra. We've got the Angel of Balance, and we've got Saturn in Libra. And basically, all of this is saying, find balance in what people say to you and what you say to people. Make sure that you're not expanding on things that people say that are of no use and of no value, and especially if it's something that is going to spread some big news about somebody's personal information. How is that going to help anybody? I mean, unless that person's telling it themselves, it's best for you to, hear the information, just take it in and keep it moving. Okay. But, because you don't want to be the one to have to defend yourself about something that you said that because someone else told you, and now you have to defend what somebody told you about something that and it's a big gossipy mess. You don't want to be in that position, because now you have to backtrack and say, no, but because you don't want to do that. Or if you're planning some sort of big vacation or something, or some company, conference trip, then you've got to be very careful about what everybody in the group is telling you about, what's going on with them, so you can line it all up and be responsible enough to make sure that everybody has what they need, what room they're going to be staying in, the hotel you're going to be staying at, what the itinerary is, and all that kind of stuff. So if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed because you're getting too much information about that, then the best thing to do is, you're going to have to pull your team in and start delegating, so you don't feel, Moon is feeling, that you're defending all by yourself. You got all these people behind you and they're looking at you like, what are you getting ready to do? Are you going to do that? Well, we'll just stand here and watch you do it. No, you got to look back and say, hey, come forward. You help me here. You help me there. I need some help. And I need you to do it the way you can do it. I'm not asking you to do it my way, but at least try to do it. Do something. If I can just get you to call the hotel, and if I can get you to go pick up the car, and if I can go get you to do this, do that. Because if you don't, then what you're going to find yourself being is the 10 of Wands. That's overwhelmed. That's overburdened. That's burned out. You don't want to feel like that. And then you yourself be like, I'm not going on this trip. I'm not doing nothing. Or you might feel like, I'm just going to say nothing. And saying nothing is not necessarily always good, because now maybe silence, in whatever case that you find yourself in, silence may have you looking guilty, even though it wasn't you that said anything or anything like that. It's just the fact that you're silent. Sometimes silence can make you look guilty. It depends on the situation. Okay, so you have to field it out. You have to balance it out. You have to balance it out and see when you should say something, when you shouldn't, and everything like that. And if you ever feel out of kilter, then just go back to center. I always say this to my good friends. I always say, don't go so far off to the left or so far off to the right that when you find yourself having to go to something that you have to do double the work just to get back to the middle, stay in the middle. And I know it's hard, but that's the best place to be. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. Okay? So I hope this reading resonated with you all. I hope you have a great week this week to learn some balance and keep balance, and learn and find the beauty in that, because everyone wants balance and everyone wants beauty and peace, right? I hope you do, because I know I sure do. So I hope you have a great week this week. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Thank you for stopping by. And as always, I am the Air Goddess. Take care, everyone. See you soon.